Can I use that portal? Not at the moment. Okay. Alright, so I was thinking there was another path over this way past those Drukhari, but that does not seem to be the case.
We'll see. Oh yes, they all will see.
The dead man grins condescendingly, beckoning you to take a place beside him. He has this life figured out. Alright, so I guess we need to go bother the snake guy again. Back to the pit. Something I just thought of. Does the dog still have his chip? He doesn't. Dang it. They even took the dog's chip.
Oh, one step at a time, amidst the madness.
Let's see. I can pay you handsomely for your assistance. You have nothing. Don't waste my time. The Xenos keeps his attention focused on the Drukhari, but his scaled fingers holding an elegant-looking injector clench in displeasure. He speaks slowly and indolently like a snake about to enter brumation. Corral's 75%. Grab the injector from his hands and use it on yourself. I need this more than you do, Serpent. Whatever you just injected into your body, it has not done it any good. You feel as if you are engulfed in flames and every muscle is cramped as if struck by lightning. But you will yourself to maintain your composure instead of dropping to the floor to roll around howling in pain. That was an agent we slith inject to protect ourselves from the cold. I can only guess what it's doing in your bloodstream right now. But I'm impressed by your fortitude and your limitless nerve. What do you want from me? Nice, I made my body worse. I need a healer. And what will you give me in return? I wish to return to my domain in the Coronis Expanse. Many dream of that. And how do you imagine that would work? You think I'm going to just take you there in my void ship? I don't have one. We shall discuss this later. Well, the little strength you had left in your body has run out. You collapse to the floor, and the darkness that nearly extinguished your mind permanently envelops your vision once more. So I'm like, I need a ship. And he goes, I don't have a ship. And I'm like, we will discuss this later. And then I just like pass out right in front of him. Through your drumbeat of your heart, you hear Malice's voice from somewhere far away. Patch up the humanling. He has character. I like those ones. Sensation slowly returns to you. Your body is still in pain, but you're no longer on the brink of death. Your wounds have been crudely closed with metal clamps, and your throat is packed with injector tracks, as though you have been wearing a neck pillow of needles. The ones who rendered you this first aid to you was certainly not a qualified chirurgeon, someone who would typically be permitted to minister to the person of the illustrious rogue trader. It looks like you're back with us. I don't know whether to offer my congratulations or commiserations. The scaled Xenos looks at you without the slightest deference. Thank you for your help. I do not want your thanks, humanling. You will earn back every stimulant I spent on you. As soon as you stand up, you are seized by a strange sense of unreality. It is as if you are still there in the wicked darkness and everything around you is merely a twisted mirage. Doubt seeps into your mind like a poison, sundering its contact with your body. You have to make a deliberate effort to hold on to the thought that you are you. What is your mind maggot? What? Is your mind maggot giving you trouble? I saw it latch onto your spinal cord when you were being patched up. A fat, well-fed grub it was, with lots of teeth. It's dying now. They have a short lifespan, and that means its poison is especially toxic. You'll lose touch with reality from time to time, and when the mind maggot dies, the final dose of poison will make you think your body is not your body at all, and then your heart will stop beating. You've gained Mind Maggot's Agony, a dying parasite in the rogue trader's body that is poisoning his mind with hallucinogenic toxin. Oh, great. I could have pulled that thing out of you, of course, but I thought, why should I? Consider it a guarantee of your gratitude toward me. When you've earned your healing, I'll release you from it. The lipless mouth stretches into a bloodthirsty grin. Or you can reject my generous offer and look for help elsewhere. Have you heard about the humanling that's always hanging around the gate to the anatomical opera, gasping for breath and begging the homunculus to save her? She can't breathe normally, even the way she says her name is funny. JJ Dari, as if she's about to suffocate. Oh, that's not good. What do you want from me? Kill for me. Go into the mangled sector and find a freak called the Commissar, one of your kind. Spill his guts for me. Do that and you will earn my favor, and in the chasm that counts for a lot. I'm going to need a more serious weapon. Prove that you're useful first. Do this and Malice will see that you have decent toys to play with, but not before. In the meantime, you could pick something out of the junk pile. He gestures at a container half full of shoddy equipment. Why do you want me to do it? I don't want to drag my whole gang into the mangled sector. The place will kill off 3 times more fighters than the Commissar's crew will. That means I need to send an assassin. The Commissar's fighters know my shriekers, but nobody knows you. And besides, you don't have a choice, which means you'll see through it to the end. The Mangled Sector. What an off-putting name. It's an off-putting place. It's the base of the spire in which we live. Kamarag is stitched together from scraps of various dimensions, and in the Mangled Sector, the seams are starting to rip. Space is collapsing in on itself, and entropic radiation is off the scale, spawning all kinds of abominations. The sector itself is slowly but surely turning into nothing. You'd have to be insane to set foot in a place like that. Insane or an outcast like the Commissar hiding from the hunt or you. Who is this Commissar? A prisoner of the Drakari who thinks too highly of himself. Instead of dying in the arena without any fuss, he is hiding, gathering other slaves of your race around him, and making pathetic plans to get his revenge. And many of your kind are listening to him. See how few humanling shriekers there are? They used to all come to me, but now they listen to the Commissar and no longer come. I have no interest in killing anyone for you. That's what you think. I'm not even going to punish you for your disobedience. You'll think about it and realize on your own that you won't survive in Kamarag without friends. You need shelter, weapons, and a healer. And I need what's sitting on the Commissar's shoulders. Bring me his head, and in exchange I'll share my toys with you. They make surviving in Kamarag possible. Here you have this disobedient thing. It refuses to do what I say, so it will either become meat for the arena or allow you to strike an extra blow against the Commissar. And if you think of lying to me and running, when you're on the street, look for a humanling dressed in red with a cog on his chest and a face full of misery. See how he is dying alone with nobody to help him. Your death will be just the same. Okay, well, there's a hint on where Pascal is. There's my dog. Okay, so we just leveled. Corrals or athletics? Let's do athletics. Okay, let's see. Brutal Hunter. Access Harris or refreshing. Enemy Jason Wolf versus first time. Enemy focus actually from the arbitrator. Mastery, armored hide. Automatic protection. Let's see. Brother in arms. Chain wall. Each subsequent hit scored by the Cyber Mastiff against apprehended enemy does plus familiar strength bonus more damage. Stacks reset when apprehend used again. Apprehended enemy takes more damage than the Overseer. First use of the Overseer's ability in combat costs 1 AP less. Side by side, while the Overseer and the Familiar are adjacent to each other, both in reroll failed dodge attempts. Enemies in a 3-cell radius around the Familiar suffer -5 characteristics. Same target mode. Whenever the Overseer hits the same target right after the Cyber Mastiff in battle mode standby hits it, the Overseer's attacks always score a critical hit. Battle mode happens at the end of the turn. For you to land a hit after battle mode would require a weirdly timed attack of opportunity. It's a suppression factor. Okay. Alright, he said there was like a barrel of junk nearby I could rummage through.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
The gladiator's pile? Maybe that's it. Alright. Medium. Scrap chainmail, 30, 16, times 10. Okay, there's that. Great sword. Sea Tree, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Welcome. 5 to 7 bleeding, 14, 20. Does this have parry on it? Yeah, swords have plus 10% parry. Okay, I think the great sword is the best option right now.
There will be no peace in my wake.
A familiar sense of unreality rolls in, breaking the connection between body and mind. Okay. I'm guessing now either another path will open up or I'll be able to go through the portal. Oh, box of goods. Cargo. A flash of searing pain causes the contents of your skull to burst into flames.
What lies beyond?
Find Yearliet. Okay, so, last time I played this, I believe this is the part where I said F you, Yearliet, and I just never talked to her again. So, let me see if it's possible to get her to rejoin the team. We are dogmatic, but I want to see what happens with her story past this point. The Eldari runs a hand over her face before turning to you. Her pale skin is tightly stretched over the bones of her skull, her eyes have lost their glimmer, and her neck is stooped under an unseen burden. And yet you still recognize her. Yearliet Lanavius, your former companion and the reason for your imprisonment within these dark walls. Yearliet glances at you, her eyes widening slightly, but that is the only change you detect in her tense expression. Whatever emotions she may be feeling, she is suppressing them well. Alantok. Look at the Drukhari surrounding Yearliet. What is going on here? Step back, Alantok, Yearliet says in a trembling, barely audible voice. You have suffered enough. One of the Xenos who were watching Yearliet torture the silent victim steps forward. Did the monkey come for a taste of pain? Then you must have patience. Our little guest still has so much suffering to extract from her first victim. Your prey is far from empty, Yearliet. Do not hold back. Yearliet grips the blade in her hand and immediately winces. Her spirit stone is emanating a red glow. She touches it with an expression of anguish. The suffering overwhelms me. No more. I cannot bear it any longer. Alright, so quick pause here. Both her and them are the same type of, like, space elf people, but my limited knowledge on this is, like, she's an Eldari, they're a Drukhari. They're kind of like cousins. I know Drukhari feed off of pain. Like, literally, by torturing other people, they gain sustenance. So, but I don't know if an Eldari can become a Drukhari. Like, I don't know if they get her to torture people enough, if she becomes what they are, or if this is just some game to them. I don't know. Rip the blade out of Yearliet's hands and kill the Drukhari who just spoke. Yearliet is mine. You cannot have her. That wasn't the blade she was holding. The Drukhari is too enthralled by the victim's torture to react in time. The blade goes through his throat and the Xenos collapses with a visceral wheeze. His kin move to draw their weapons, but freeze, transfixed by the sight of their brother thrashing in agony. Yearliet takes a ragged path. From the Dark One's toy to a monkey's property. My path shows me no mercy. Alantok, tell me, will your heart find the strength and resolve to forgive me? To allow me to share the path with you once more? We will yet have a word about your deeds. Now, however, it is time to leave. She nods wearily. You are right. Explanations and understanding are now ours to pursue. And yet, your willingness to take me back astounds me, Alantok, and it frightens me in equal parts. Asurian, heed my word, I will not fail your faith in me again. The spirit stone in her breast flashes and slowly dims. And now let us walk away from the nightmares that sink their stings into the darkest recesses of my ravaged soul. And she joins the party again. Okay. Alright, so first off, she leveled up. What do we got? Her awareness is really high. Lore Xenos. Let's do that. Choose a talent. Keep your distance. Killing spree. Lethal connection. Outsmart. Killing spree looks good. Stacking damage bonuses for hitting openings. Okay. She can use the Drakari stuff. Let's see, 40, 40, 20, plus 50% dodge if you have more than 65 agility. She does not. So 40, 40, 20. That's 45, 15, 25. So lower dodge, higher armor. Eldari long rifle. Liquefier grenades. Okay. Oh, we got a teammate.
Curiosity
Activate the switch.
sings in my veins.
What? This guy just ran up and stabbed this dude. A flash of searing pain causes the contents of your skull to burst into flames. Okay. Tech use 0. Alright, save that. Activate the switch, tech use 0. Big portal thing.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
I wonder if I click this stuff and like fail a skill check and then someone else joins the party, if I get another chance to try it. I would hope so. Zero. Another door there. Familiar sense of unreality roils in, breaking connection between body and mind. Good morning. What's up, Nintendo? Just realized my Yurliet's not here.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Another portal thing. Loot these two people that just got killed. Rack? Not this way, meat. Does this go to the other portal at the other end? It does. Okay, so this is not new area. Does anyone know when the Elite Spec stream starts? 3.5 hours from now.
In my wake.
Portal to the arena. Don't know if I'm ready for that. I was looking to see if I could find any more party members before that. So there's the portal to the arena. And then there's the room up here.
They will see. Oh, yes,
To the anatomical
indeed.
opera.
They
Not this way. Okay, I can't go there.
will
Alright, so I guess I
see.
have to go into that portal. The big one. Okay. I have a stack of Perplex. It says it'll be removed at the end of combat. But I wasn't in combat. Yes. The tear in the fabric of space is sparking with entropic energy, capable of unraveling the threads of matter itself.
What lies beyond?
What? Oh, wait, Mangled Sector's down there? What the heck? Okay. Haven't ever seen this before. What kind of game is this? Hey, Stellar. This is a CRPG, or classic RPG. A recent example of that type of game is Baldur's Gate 3. Lots of story, lots of lore, and the gameplay when you get in combat is turn-based. Depending, in this game, depending on the part of the game you're in, you might be controlling characters, like, you know, people, or you might be controlling, like, a spaceship, like if you're in a space battle. But, you know, the combat is always turn-based. And I think we found Pascal. The crooked figure wrapped in crimson looks nothing like the Pascal Hanuman you know. Before, his silhouette, hunched though it may have been under the weight of his potentia coil, used to radiate authority and the power of restricted knowledge. Now he simply looks broken. His raiment is soiled with dark red bloodstains and black blotches of sacred unguents. His mechadendrites wriggle sluggishly like dying snakes. Pascal does not look at you, for his gaze is focused inside his own body. There is a horrible gaping wound in his chest, and you see glinting, clanging mechanisms squirming within. Pascal has plunged his fingers into the wide dripping maw of the wound and is in the process of palpating his metal innards with great care. Look closely at him. It is difficult to say if the procedure that Pascal has undergone was torture, sacred augmentation, or vivisection. His flesh is covered in fresh sutures interspersed with wounds that no one has taken the trouble to stitch up. An ordinary human would have long since bled out, but the Ferrum Sanctum sustains the bodies of the adepts of the machine god. His metallic insides are exposed to the eye in all their vulgar and bloody nakedness. Pascal, can you hear me? This statement is true, Mukluk. He looks up at you. His skin has gone yellowish and clammy from the lubricant-like sweat, and there is something strange about the pupil of his left eye. You look closer and realize that its shape is no longer round. It is a tridecagon. What happened to you? An act of defilement. This unit was subjected to profane invasion. The dry words coming from the Vox speaker rustle like sand. Under the cold layer of formality, you sense panic. A Xenos touched my Ferrum Sanctum, removed parts of it, and changed other parts. Branded my true flesh with ulcers of forbidden metal. What became of you after our capture? This unit was immobilized, transported to the laboratorium of a Xenos with the designation Tervantius the Archmachinator, studied, anatomized. His vox began to vibrate ominously as if he's about to burst into a hysterical scream. Then this unit was changed. Its sacred augmentations were subjected to restructuring, complete replacement, modification. Then this unit received basic medical assistance. Then this unit. The voice from the Vox speaker fades to a whisper. Then he let me go. Where are the others? No data available. Optimistic projection. They are dead. Is there any way I can help you? This statement is false. The voice from the speaker becomes drier and calmer. The impure augmentations were inserted into the technical cycle of the operation of my true flesh. Their direct excision will, with an undetermined yet high degree of probability, cause the cessation of my vital functions. Pascal's fingers widen the edges of the wound. Blood mixed with sacred unguents trickles down his wax-like skin. His sunken chest contains more metal than you thought possible. You see the gray tissue of his lungs pierced by dozens of thin tubes, an unfamiliar organ made of synthetic fiber, imprisoned in a cage of protective rings. The wide cover over his respiratory system that disappears into his trembling larynx. All these augmetics are riddled with small grafts of xenotech clinging to them like rust. What exactly did they change? Detecting numerous replacements in chain of command distributors. Alterations have been made to the operational algorithm of the encoder inside my cortical augmetic. Pascal now speaks with complete indifference and calm as if reading out an inventory of spare parts at a warehouse. The chemical inject analyzer has been destabilized. He falters, then, and hints of humanity creep back into his voice. He sounds almost bewildered. There are other changes. I cannot understand what they are, what their function is. If it does not pose an immediate threat to your life, leave the xenometal inside your body for now. We will deal with it later. Request denied. Due to violation of the 9th universal law, alien mechanism is a perversion of the true path. Oh god, my persuasion's low. You are a warrior of comprehension. Survive, then, and comprehend. Failed. Stubborn fury flares in Pascal's gaze. I am a warrior of comprehension, and I comprehend whether I survive or not. Pascal sinks his hand into the open wound, crumples the fragile augmetic with his metal fingers, and tears it out. The metal piece drags wires and veins along, causing a torrent of blood to gush forth. His internal motors screech, and a cascade of convulsions buffets his body. The indicators of his potential coil flash an alarm. His voice trembles with pain. Cleansing process initiated. The process will be completed. Now it is time to focus on regaining our freedom. Pascal's knees buckle, but there's steel ringing in his voice. Cleansing process initiated. The process will be completed. This unit is ready to serve. Praise the Omnissiah. Interesting. So last time I did this, my persuasion was high enough, I convinced him to just leave it, and then he spent a lot of time in the future trying to figure out what they did. But this time, not so much. Okay. Let's see. So use persuasion, some fellowship, plus 3 deflection against burning. Stacking 10% bonus to dodge any attack they focus on their attack. Lowering heavy armor. Well, wearing heavy armor. Can he wear heavy armor? I don't know if he has the ability to. He certainly has none right now. I don't think we have any to test with either. No. We got Drukhari armor and medium on me right now. Auto gun, shotgun, sniper rifle. Alright, put that on his bionic arm. Give him an axe for his human hand. Serrated mono knife is better. Okay. Let's see. Logic. Okay, what are we doing here? Skirmish protocols and fixing machines use melee attacks to additional damage. Plus dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons. Machines for escape protocols. Exposing communion. Acceleration protocols. Oh, we got his eagle too. Nice. Swift Shadow's fine. Okay. Then there were 3. And we got our guy with the ability to hack and stuff back. Alright, so that's that.
Patience.
So,
My
now
afraid.
that we have him, let's go back and look through all this stuff. Mike, you gotta stop giving everyone a pet. Well, the whole thing with this DLC is they added pets, Blag. And so, of course, I had to try them. There was, what was it? There was the eagle, the raven, the dog, and servo skulls. This must be the chute that carried your unconscious body down here. Shoot the corpse.
Error. Making adjustments.